following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar brought to you by the Events Co. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.
What's cracking, everybody? Good afternoon. We're live on the D, DisruptionNetwork.net. You can follow along on all D's social media platforms. Much love to Utica Coffee. Drinking hazelnut coffee today. I'm really hooked on this today. I don't know. Wake the hell up is what they preach every day at Utica Coffee, and they mean it. That's for damn sure. WakeTheHellUp.com. You can find them online. Also, much love to Utica Hemp. Find them online at uticahempco.com. Saranac and my man over there at EJA Moving Services, the professional movers, ejamoving.com. It's me, Z. How you doing? Hope you're enjoying. What's today? I don't even know what today is. May. I never know what day it is.
February 12th.
Thank you.
So Wednesday.
Thank you. Never know what day it is. This podcast consumes me so much that it's like, hey, what day is it? I know what show it is, but I don't know what day it is.
Half off day at Salvation Army. That's why I know it's Wednesday.
Where is there a Salvation Army?
Ilion.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Good vintage finds.
There's no more in Utica, right? Ever since they're doing the hospital.
Yeah.
So that's
sad day for me.
That was a sad day for you?
Yeah.
For sure. Where do I donate all my clothes to that I have all these clothes I need to get rid of?
Give them to me.
Give them, yeah? Mm-hmm. You'll take them?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you'll distribute them for me?
I will wear them.
They won't fit you.
I will wear them.
They won't fit you.
Panties, I'll wear them.
Kim Devins and May Scialdone in the house with me today. Ladies, welcome. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
We got the gala coming up this weekend on Saturday.
Yep.
A night to remember Bee.
Yep.
To remember Bianca Devins, who was tragically murdered the morning of the Boilermaker is what it was.
Yeah.
Made national news. And Kim, first off, it takes a lot of guts to come in here and tell your story. So thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
As this is probably part of your grievance process right now. I can't even talk right now. It's part of your grievance right now to actually open up and tell your story, huh?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I have Bianca telling me to do it just because there's so many misconceptions out there about her, and there's a lot of rumors around the case, and
there's always going to be rumors.
Yeah, just set people straight about who she was.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why you're having this party or gala, we should call it.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen at the gala? What do you got going on? What's the festivities?
Well, so there's going to be some like fan art that people painted and drew, digital art, like everything like of Bianca. There's going to be some of, Bianca's artwork, finished and unfinished. There's going to be a runway show because Bianca was one of my models. So we're kind of like doing something to remember her that way as well. A lot of musical performances and everything is going to be donated to her scholarship fund.
So you started a scholarship fund.
Yeah, so we started a scholarship fund. It's the Bianca Devins Memorial Scholarship Fund, and it's for a student pursuing a degree in psychology because that's what Bianca wanted to do.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And so this is a way to start raising money towards that scholarship. Is it somebody you're going to elect every year?
Yeah, so someone will be chosen every year.
One person?
One person. At this point, it's going to start out with one person.
Yeah. Do you have somebody in mind already, or is it
no,
you're
we
actively
haven't.
searching?
Yeah, so we haven't chosen like the person or set the criteria yet. The first scholarship will be donated in the fall of 2020.
Now, your daughter was into the arts and communications. Is that correct?
She was into art, yeah. Art was just like a therapeutic thing for her, and she just loved to draw and paint and just kind of be artistic.
Right. And she was really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Was
yeah.
she? And you can see all that artwork that she made up on display Saturday night at your place, right? It's 901 Broad Street. Is that
Yep.
correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my new studio.
Your new studio.
Yeah.
May you grew up right before my eyes.
Right.
I can't believe it. I could tell you stories about her
Adult.
when she was 21.
Oh, I was kind of telling her along the way.
I don't
Fun
remember any
times.
of those days.
Yeah,
but-
it was fun.
but for sure. Our friend Angela's checking in right now. She says, everybody go to this. Go May. Much love to all of you both.
Hey, much love, Angela.
Thank you,
You're just
Angela.
talking about you.
We were just talking about you. Everybody out there on Facebook land too, if you could do us a favor and click the share button and help spread the word of the Gala for Bee that's coming up on this Saturday. So let's talk about the studio really quick. You're doing a lot of different activities over there. I know you did a New Year's Eve party recently.
Yeah, so this is actually just the second event that I've done there. Mostly I still just mostly do photography, and that's like my main thing. But I got more into like the hosting events when I started like managing models and kind of just putting everything together at once. But yeah, with this gala, it's gonna be, if anyone came to the New Year's Eve party, you won't even recognize the space because it's gonna look totally different than what it did on New Year's Eve. It's just it's a pink tie affair, so everything's like pink and the pink clouds for Bianca. So there's gonna be like clouds hanging from the ceiling, and it's gonna be really beautiful.
Now, how'd you two link up?
I knew Bianca,
Okay.
so I met her when she was 16, and she was one of my models. So
Did you know her prior to that? Kim, did you know Kim prior to
Yeah.
yeah. She came to my old studio for like castings and photo shoots and that sort of thing. So yeah, it was cool.
Right on.
Yeah.
Kim, what do you do when you're just out spreading the word? Do you work a full-time job and whatnot?
No, I'm not working right now.
You're not working right now?
No.
Understandable, for sure. I mean, going through this, but like I said earlier, it takes a lot of guts to come in and tell the story. You're obviously going out and spreading the word and being an influence on others, and hopefully you can stop some of these other tragedies from happening in the future, right?
Right. Yeah, I feel like this is like the one thing I can do to honor Bianca, and it's like the one thing I can have like control of right now.
Yeah.
But I really feel like I need to, just kind of honor her and show people who she really was, and not just like this girl who was horrifically murdered and then the pictures were put all over the internet. Yeah.
It's so hard to even talk about it, and I can only imagine what you go through. And again, it takes a lot of guts. So I've got so much respect for you. Just even telling the story, and then maybe down the road you can write a book about this. And,
Yeah, that's what everyone says. Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I never thought about that.
And get up and talk and spread the word of what you went through, and
Right.
maybe help people go through.
Yeah, like the whole social media thing is just, it's crazy.
It really is.
It really like.
As we're live on social media right now,
Well, it's
it's
the
a
thing, like,
double-edged sword.
It is. I've
Yeah.
seen so much like great things. I mean, social media years ago saved my 12-year-old niece's life when we were looking for, help finding people to manage her cancer. And then so I saw great things happen, and then I see awful things, like these awful people that are like sending us messages and pictures, and
Have you backed off
crazy.
social media?
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we still have like so much support and people like sending us pictures of Bianca and pink sunsets and clouds and like, so I think the good definitely outweighs the bad.
She definitely made an impact on many lives.
She did.
And she's going to continue to do so.
Right.
For years to come through you.
Right. Yeah. That's our goal. Yeah. It's to definitely, show people like who she was and let her keep inspiring people.
One thing for sure is you have a lot of support in the community.
We do.
A lot.
This community's been great.
Yeah. I'm sure it must have took just the outpour of people that just came in just must have been really, really overwhelming for you.
Yeah.
Probably still is.
It is. It is. I mean, it's nice. It helps that like, people cared about her and just to show their support. Like we're so thankful for everyone that's really helped us and just showing their support and their love for Bianca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what you're doing though with this gala is amazing. Do you plan on doing other events in the future as well besides the gala?
I mean, we're going to make it an annual thing. And
Okay.
I think I texted you about like, doing like some sort of a dinner for like the winner of the scholarship or something,
Yeah.
just like in passing, but I'm always
Yeah, we
down.
have some things like in the works that people have come to me that like they want to do and stuff for Bianca. So we'll definitely have some things coming up.
Yeah.
But the Bee Gala will be annual.
The Bee Gala
For
will be
sure.
an annual
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, for sure.
Right on. Now you mentioned it's a pink tie affair.
Yeah.
Bianca's favorite color.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody's encouraged to come in a pink tie or some kind of pink outfit.
Yeah. And, it doesn't need to be like pink head to toe, but, pink inspired and, just inspired by Bianca,
Yeah. Do you have live music going on too?
Yeah, there's 4 performers. I mean, you would know their names better than me. But
Okay, so we have one of Bianca's friends, Lily Ruth. She performs locally around here all the time. Then we have David and Courtney Loopy and Jimmy Ty and Patrick Holt, who's her cousin, and he wrote a song for her.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And it starts at what time did you say? I know you said
It's 6 to 9.
6 to 9. And,
Yep.
And how much is the charge to get?
They're $45.
$45.
Yep, and 100% of the proceeds go to her scholarship fund.
100%.
And then there's also like Chinese raffle with like so many amazing things that you can, put a bid on. And
Do you want to
yeah.
give a shout out to some of your sponsors that donate your baskets?
let's see. I mean, the list is still growing, and we are, still looking if people want to be involved. But yeah, I mean, I'll just go down this list real quick.
For sure.
So we have Delmonico's, a gift card to Delmonico's. We have a children's art set from Hey Diddle Diddle Daycare. We have a bee-inspired basket from Verilyn Designs. We have a facial and spa package from New Attitude Salon and Wellness Spa. A prom gown, which is a collaboration between a designer Kangol and Whiskey Jack's Glass Slipper, which is a new bridal store opening up in Big Apple Plaza. 30-minute massage from Jasmine Page. Beauty basket by Dakota Schaff. OB Training is doing a fitness raffle. Holland Farms is doing a gift card.
They have 2 gift certificates, yeah.
Two gift certificates. Blend Smoothie is doing a gift card. Al Shaw actually made this really cool like walnut epoxy river table. Let's see. Will Only is doing Only Flowers, right? Is doing balloons, buffer zone, a manicure, and then a special thanks to Adrian Carbone.
Adrian, good friend.
Oh, cool.
He's always willing to give and do many good things in the
Right.
community.
Yeah.
But again, it goes back to this giving community that we live in.
Right, yeah.
We'll come in and help out. So
Yeah, I mean, and that list is like, I mean, I sorry if I missed anyone, but I think that a few more did come in today. So,
it's hard to keep track of everybody.
right, I'm like
Right,
trying to like
yeah.
make notes in my phone as we go.
Yeah, we have food from
Oh, yeah.
it's on Varick.
Yep.
And Out of the
Way.
Way Cafe.
Which I think because I went in there the other day and
Yep,
your
Banu.
name came up. Yep,
Yeah,
Banu.
Banu is donating.
Oh, I'm trying to think too.
Yeah, there's like so many people. I feel bad like we're missing someone.
If anybody's
yeah, there was
interested
someone
in
else.
making a donation, can they donate without going to the party? How can they get in touch with you, make a donation, or drop off a gift basket?
I mean, they can drop it off at my studio at 901 Broad, whenever.
Are you there all the time?
I will be the next couple days.
Getting ready.
Yeah. But I mean, the Bianca Michelle Devins Memorial Scholarship Fund does have their own like page on the community foundation, but they can also do pinkforbianca.eventbrite, and there's a section that says donation. So either one of those, as long as the money's going to the scholarship fund, then that's all that really matters.
Right on. Now, picking somebody for the scholarship, is that something you're going to do like in the middle of the school year, or what's the criteria? Do you have a basic idea of the criteria for in the scholarship?
I have the basic criteria. I haven't given it to the community foundation yet.
Okay. So this is through the community foundation.
Yep, it's through the community foundation. They're holding the scholarship for us.
Excellent organization, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think like this summer or this spring, summer, we have to sit down and set the exact criteria and then pick someone.
It sucks that this tragedy have to happen for something positive to come out of it, though.
Yeah.
There's always a silver lining to anything.
That's so funny.
Yeah, we have silver lining on our clouds.
Yeah, like every
For the
cloud has a
decor
silver lining.
Because Bianca always said that, like every cloud has a silver lining.
Did she?
It means like
Yeah.
there's better days ahead type of thing.
Always.
But yeah, so all the clouds hanging from the ceiling have like a silver, like glittery outline.
Yeah.
So that's funny that you said that.
Is putting this gala together helping you with grieving?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that anything is like helping. I'm still
you'll-
in shock. Like I still haven't like wrapped my head around that this is like real.
You'll never get over it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I'll ever accept it.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to give her a big old hug.
Right. I think it's like a lot of just me like texting her, like, like, hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like yeah, I don't know. It's like I think the whole like story of it, like what happened, how it happened is just like so surreal. I haven't accepted it as real yet.
And then it made national news. And
Right.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It sucks that something tragic has to happen to make national news to bring attention to our area.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
We can't bring attention to our area for all the great food we have in this
Right,
town.
right,
Or,
yeah.
for all the great positive things that are happening in this community.
Right.
Of course, something tragic, something stupid like this. And that brings attention to the area. That's the way the media shifts are these days. They
Right.
just focus on the negative.
Yeah.
We
Right.
need more positive news out there.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do. And bringing this gala could shape in something positive for sure.
Yeah, that's like I said, that's kind of my reason for like doing stuff like this is to bring something positive. I mean, Bianca she struggled and with like her mental health, but she always would try to like see the positive side and help others, and she always like would make a joke out of like the worst situation. She always like broke the ice and cracked a joke. So like yeah, I mean, she doesn't want us like moping around and being sad. She wants us to take this tragedy and just do something good out of it.
Have you spoke to a medium or anything?
I have.
Have you?
Uh-huh.
Have you?
Yeah, I talk to one like every day.
Do you really?
Yeah, I really do. It's crazy.
Different ones, or have you just
No,
the
so I
same one?
have one that her name's Amy Casey. Gotta give her a shout out. She's amazing. She's called the Rock and Roll Medium. She's out of San Diego.
Oh wow! So you do like a Skype thing with?
Yeah,
her?
we do Skype or like we text. She's just become like a really good friend of mine because Bianca hangs out with her. Bianca just loves her. But yeah, it was really weird. Bianca kind of showed up to her and was like, I need to get a message to my mom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just gave me the chills.
Yeah.
I know. Me
Yeah,
too.
She did. So Bianca struggled with her mental health like severely, and there was a point where I was like, Bianca, you can't leave me. Like I can't do this. You can't. If you can't hang on anymore, you have to do it for me. Like I'll be your reason to live. I don't care if it's you're only living because of me. And she promised me she'd never leave me. So like I definitely feel her all the time, and her going through like this medium, and that's definitely like something Bianca would do.
I was just thinking
She's
that too.
definitely making sure, like she said she'd never leave me, and she is keeping that promise.
And she was saying that through the medium.
Yeah, like she's like, I'm still here. Yeah.
Her mental health. What was some of her struggles?
So she had severe depression, anxiety, and she also had borderline personality disorder. So she just had a lot going on in her head, and she really struggled. She had severe depression too. So
Yeah. It's such a bad case, especially nationwide. Just mental health is such a huge thing
It
that we
is.
really need to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Really
that this
do.
event too, because of like her scholarship fund, going for psychology and to really focus on like adolescents with mental health. Like I think like a big highlight like of this event too was like, mental health awareness, and just like the fact that, they had such a hard time finding good care, and
We had to go through the juvenile justice courts to get her into a long-term care facility because there's no long-term inpatient places for mental health patients. You have the acute care where they'll stay for a week.
And what are you getting across and over in a week?
right.
They say medication stabilization, but really, are you getting stabilized in a week?
And that's
No.
exactly what it is. They put you in
it's
these
a joke.
facilities to put you on more drugs.
on more drugs.
And more
then-
drugs. And it's not solving anything.
But
It's
these
just
drugs
masking
aren't-
your problems.
And they're not doing anything in a week.
Right.
Right.
I mean, even Bianca,
They're not going to do anything in a month.
Right.
This is
It takes a while for your body to adjust.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, we eventually had to just go the route of putting her on pins and, cause she just impulse control is a huge problem with people with borderline personality disorder. And she knew it. She knew she was out of control herself and she didn't even fight when I put her on pins. She was like, yeah, I need this. This is what we have to do.
Well, and that's how we ended up meeting. That's how I met Bianca because at the time it was Kids Oneida, but I was working with them and, met her and, I literally just loved her the second I saw her because I was and I tell everyone too, I'm the second I saw her, I was we were meant to meet. Yeah. Come with me, my little model. You know what I mean? So
she was so excited.
Yeah. I knew that I was meant to meet her literally the second that I saw her.
Right.
So
And it's meant to be that you guys are together telling her story.
Yeah.
And this is all supposed to happen,
Yeah.
And it sucks that this tragedy had to happen, but you can tell your story and be an influence to others.
Right. Yeah. That's what Bianca would want us to do.
Absolutely. But that mental health thing, man, it's definitely a huge rampant problem in the United States. And we really need to get to the meat and potatoes of that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, with kids, they put you on stuff like Kids Oneida. When you have she's got impulse control. So she's makes bad decisions and Bianca wasn't even she was so depressed that she never left the house. So she didn't get into too much trouble.
As a kid, of course she's going to make bad
Yeah,
decisions.
but,
I'm a 40-year-old man. I still make bad decisions.
I know. I was lucky that she didn't get into too much trouble. She did things here and there, but so it was a struggle for me even to get her on pins just to get her into placement where she could get intense therapy. And we shouldn't have to do that because then when you get to over 18, you get to be an adult. There's all these people sitting in jail because they have mental health issues and don't know what they're
Never
doing.
knew how to cope.
Yeah, they don't know how to cope, so they,
They put them on drugs.
Well, they put them on drugs, and then they can't afford the drugs, so then they self-medicate with street drugs.
Yeah.
And it's it's just a horrible cycle, and it's if these people just had,
Some kind of love in their life.
Love or
some
care.
kind of guidance or some care.
Yeah. Or even just access to, therapy.
Right. Yeah.
Talk therapy, behavior therapy to help them. You know what I mean? Maybe they're not going to be ending up in jail. Or, there's just people that have severe mental health where they've had a breakdown and they don't know what they're doing.
Right. Yeah.
Don't have control of themselves and then they end up getting arrested.
Yep. It's a vicious cycle.
It is. It's a vicious cycle and it's, a lot of them is just not their fault. It's really just a chemical imbalance mental health problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Have you thought about going to schools and talking to students and kids and
I have. We're still early on in that.
right?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to so we started with the scholarship fund. We're starting small, but the plan is to develop a full foundation in Bianca's name, and to try to just
Be the care that she needed.
the care that she needed. You know what I mean? Bring access to these kids that don't have it. We struggled in this area to. Because it's a great community, but we're smaller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like we're New York City where you just have access to all these big schools and research, places. So
It can be a depressing area too.
yeah.
The sun never shines.
I know, really,
Right.
yeah, I know. Seasonal affective disorder is a real thing.
It really is.
It really is.
Seasonal depression.
Yep.
It affects a lot of people.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, and that's just
Which I'm just going to shout out real quick to a sponsor only because it's included in the raffle basket, but the Himalayan salt room and the infrared sauna in the package that New Attitude's giving away actually helps combat seasonal depression.
nice.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
The Himalaya salt room?
Himalayan salt room. Yeah. So it like disperses like these little like salt particles throughout the air and you like inhale it and like cleans your lungs. But I mean, you know, like the little salt lamps that sit on your table.
Yeah.
That's light therapy.
Yeah. Light therapy will help with seasonal depression. But I'm like, just side note, I'm like, that's a part of the auction. But yeah. So, I mean, you know, even some of the auction stuff can even help with mental health.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the thing too. Like, you know, it's like there's not a lot of like, you know, care for like therapy, but you know, I'm like really into like that holistic thing. And I actually remember one of the times I probably sent Bianca home with like an oil, and I was like, smell this, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, she came home with oils all the time.
Yeah, so it's just like, you know, I'm always trying to think like outside of the box when it comes to that sort of thing. But so yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of suggestions do you think you can throw out there for the world to like solve this mental health crisis, if you will, because it really is.
I think we have to get rid of the stigma. Like, these people aren't crazy.
Yeah.
Because like, even, you know, in my own family, Bianca's younger sister, she's now 16, Olivia, like, she didn't want to see a therapist because like, well, if I see a therapist, then I'm crazy. And we're like, no, that's not it. It's not, you know, it's just, we have a lot going on. You know what I mean? She saw her sister struggle. Like, do you want to talk about like how that affects you? And no, if I see a therapist, I'm crazy. And it's like, no, it's not. I think there's just that stigma with a lot of people that everyone goes through something.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? You never know. And it just, and everyone kind of, you know, sometimes has their little personality issues or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody's
right.
different.
I do, yeah.
There's so much going on in the world today. Like, everyone deals with even just a little bit of anxiety or depression at times. You know what I mean? So I think we need to get rid of that stigma that like it's okay to ask for help.
Absolutely.
We don't have to like just deal with all this by ourselves.
And sometimes it's good to talk to a stranger, and you're not talking to a friend or somebody that knows your history or knows your struggles. It's probably best to open up to somebody that doesn't know you.
Right.
Yeah, and like get the objective opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like what I get most out of therapy is like, it's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, they're so removed from like the situation or whatever. Whatever's going on with you, that you just get like an objective opinion of, you know, what's going on. And yeah, I mean, they have like different ways to cope that you would never think of.
Yeah. We need to reduce the amount of medication that gets prescribed to some of these people too.
Yeah.
You know, and like figure out the ones that really work for people.
Right.
And like we go back to like everybody's different. Everybody has different chemical imbalances and stuff. Like go back to what works for each other and then get rid of the rest.
Right. That's why I'm like oils, Himalayan salt room, yoga, you know.
Exercise, a nice brisk walk, whatever. However you can deal with, you know, clearing your head or whatever works for you.
I think medication definitely has its place because mental health is a chemical imbalance. Like, so when you have like a severe disorder, you know what I mean, medication definitely has its place because you have to replace those chemicals. But like borderline personality disorder, you can treat the certain symptoms like the depression, anxiety that goes along with it with medication. You can't treat all the other symptoms of borderline personality disorder with medication. So like to throw all these medications at these people,
you're not helping
anything. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, you need to teach them mindfulness and how to control their impulses and, you know what I mean, bring up their self-esteem and the abandonment issues that they're dealing with. It's all, you know, behavior therapy they need to go through, not just throwing medication at them.
Yeah, you're right too. But there are some medications that do work.
Right. There are. Yeah.
I mean, there's a place for. Yeah, there's definitely a place.
I take
for
a medication.
There's
you know,
place for everything.
For anxiety, but
sometimes they overdo it with the medication and like, oh, let's try this one, let's try that one, let's up this dosage and try.
Well, when you have like an 8-year-old on 7 different medications, like, and you know,
and that's what I see like too. Like, I think there's a place for medication for adults.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, or like older teenagers.
Right.
But I think to have 8-year-olds and
when your mind's still developing, like,
I mean, I'm 36. I'm only on one.
Yeah.
For anxiety, like. That's, you know what I mean? But I see some of these kids and my daughter's friends, they have like 5, 6, 7 medications.
Too young.
Everything like you have a sleeping pill, you have a nightmare pill,
something else because of your sleeping pill that you have to take now because of that pill.
And they're not even fully developed as humans yet.
Right.
So
Yeah,
you're talking a 16-year-old kid, you got them on medication, they're not fully developed mentally or physically.
So how do it's like,
and then you wonder why, like, you know, in their 20s they have a drug problem.
Right. Exactly.
You know, it's because you've overloaded them as a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big farm, man. It's such
and they need to deal with their emotions. I think you need to go through talk therapy.
Right.
To deal with your emotions, not just throw a pill at it, and because that's just putting a Band-Aid on it, really.
Yeah.
You know, these kids, let me tell you, they need to learn to deal with life.
Yeah.
seriously.
Like, seriously.
Well, they're too wrapped up into
I know
these.
from with
Yeah.
their phones,
This
and
is
it's like
their-
instant gratification. They just want everything now, and everything is so social media. Everything's so like on all the time.
Kids, this is not reality.
Yeah, it's not.
This is
No.
not
It's
reality,
not.
and you need to get off that thinking that this is reality.
Oh man,
It's a fantasy world, people.
it is, and I can tell you just from Bianca's story, like there's so many misconceptions of who she was, and it's all just based off of people off the internet, like writing things about her that didn't even know her. You know,
Right.
Like,
Well, and that's
you know,
the
you
other
saw one picture of her and you make an assumption.
Right.
That's the one
Yeah.
problem about social media,
Right.
For sure, is that they all think. Well, it gives every,
Right.
and I said this on yesterday's podcast,
Yeah.
but social media gives every idiot a platform now,
Right.
including me,
Yeah.
including me. You know, but it does, and everybody thinks they know what's
Yeah.
going on, and they know the problem, or they know the solution, or the answer.
Right. Well, I have people writing me like, "Well, why'd you let her go to? You're a horrible parent. Why'd you let her go to the concert? She's 17. Why'd you let her?" It's like, you know, why don't you watch your kid? You should be tracking her. There's all kinds of tracking apps, and it's like you don't know that I wasn't.
Right.
I mean, my kids call me a stalker because I do, and I was tracking her all the way down to Queens. I knew exactly where she was all the time. So don't make that assumption. And, you know, in New York at 17, she can leave the house and go, and I can't make her come home, and no one else can either.
Right.
So she told me she was going. What was I going to do? I can tell her no and fight with her, or I can say okay, like I did. And my last words to Bianca were, "I love you, be safe." And she told me she loved me too. That's the last memory I have of my daughter and not fighting with her. So, you know, and people just don't know what the situation was.
Right.
You know, she was 17 going off to college.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, just these people on social media, you have no idea.
You've learned to tune them out, though, correct?
Yeah.
I imagine it's
you
hard to
don't
tune
know.
them out, but have you learned to tune them out?
Yeah, like I just hear Bianca telling me like they're irrelevant. They don't know. They don't know you. They don't know me. They're just. She would just say they were irrelevant.
Did she roll her eyes like that too?
Yeah. Oh my God, she rolled her eyes so bad they would get stuck in the back of. I told her they were going to get stuck in the back of her head. She rolled them so far.
Yeah.
She always would. She'd be like, they're irrelevant. Like, don't even listen to them.
Right. When you
yeah.
said that, I could like hear her
You
too.
could hear her,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Like,
Very rough.
think she didn't let people bother her. Yeah.
Just stay in your lane, right?
Yeah,
And-
right.
and
That's what she would say. Yeah.
she would
Yeah, like just worry about yourself, stay in your lane, and
stay in your lane. That's
leave us
it.
alone. Yeah.
And I say that all the time too.
Yeah, me
Just
too.
Stay in your lane and,
Yeah.
and don't worry about what everybody else says.
Yeah.
You know,
like,
who cares?
and they don't know. They don't know
Right,
what happened.
exactly. And for those people that are out there being like the armchair quarterbacks, if you will,
Right.
They don't know. They're just miserable in their life,
Right.
so they have to like, leash out on something else.
Yeah.
because they ignore the fact of what's going on in their reality.
Right. Well, like, do you even have a teenager? Like, do you even know, you know what I mean, what
Right.
it's like to raise a teenager? And, you know, these times it's definitely difficult.
Yeah, it is. The day and age that we live in, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's a scary world that we live
It
in.
is. It is.
We talked about the mental health and the drug issue that's going on, but the school shootings and man, you can't even
Yeah.
go to a movie theater anymore.
Right.
I mean,
without
yeah, you
looking
can't
over
even
your
send your
shoulder.
kids to school and like feel 100% safe.
Right.
Right. Well, when we were kids, like, it's like I'll ride my bike, 5 blocks down and I'm like in 5th grade. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, of course a 17-year-old's going to go to a concert.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
How old were you when you went to your first concert?
I was 10.
I was with your parents, but
Yeah, with
like
my
without
parents,
your
like,
parents, like 15. I was 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
Under 18 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
So
Yeah. This was like her first one too. She was so excited. Like, I mean, I think the last one she'd been to, she was like 12, like going to like Selena Gomez or something.
Yes.
Like with me though. So she was so excited. It was like her first real concert. Like she was gonna go off and be like an adult and like do something on her own with her friend, and we trusted him. Like there really were no red flags.
So you had a relationship with him?
Yeah, we
knew
did.
him?
Like he was her friend, and he came to our house a good 3 to 4 days a week. And he, you know what I mean. He came in. He was 2 weeks prior to her death, he was at her graduation party with the whole entire family and our extended family and friends. And actually, the day it happened, the day of the concert, we left our house at the same time, Bianca and I. And I went to Old Forge to pick up her younger sister, who used to hang around with them all the time. He'd give her rides to places. And she was telling me, like, how nice he was and, you know, what a good friend to Bianca he was. And because I was asking her, like, you know, what do you think of him? Like, he's okay, you know, just kind
Were
of
you a
to
little
get, like,
hesitant, or what kind of vibe did you get?
I wasn't. No,
Huh?
I didn't get any like weird vibes
Didn't?
or anything. No, he was really, and that's what the DA told us. Like, he was really good and manipulative. Like he's just a true sociopath. And he's really good. Like, he manipulated his family. You know, they didn't even see anything. You know, so from the beginning, like the DAs, the police of Altos, like that's the scariest thing about this case is there was no stopping it. It was going to happen. Whether it had nothing to do with them going to a concert. Like, he's just an evil person that planned this.
He had it premeditated.
It was premeditated. It was, I mean, in the courtroom when he pled guilty, they went down a timeline and he had started planning it basically from when he met her. Just like certain things he was researching, on his phone and his computer. And so that's scary because no one had any idea. I mean, even the aunt that he lived with had no idea. You know, she's messaged me like struggling with it. Like, I'm so sorry. I, you know, wish I saw something that could have saved her.
At least she reached out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one thing, like, I tell everyone, I don't blame them.
Right.
You know what I mean? They had no idea. I can't even imagine as much as I'm struggling losing my daughter. I think it's like you can't compare the two, because I can't imagine how it feels that this person that you raised and loved like is now this horrible person that like did this.
Did you go to the courtroom the other day? Did you?
Yeah, I've been to
You've been to everyone?
everyone, yeah. And
it's probably got to take you all of your energy not to jump over that courtroom and choke this kid, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. So there are certain family members that can't go to court because they're like, I know I won't be able to control myself.
Your family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought about that too.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you could like feel your blood going through your body, like just to be in the same room.
Yeah. So like
You
Cody,
know?
she calls him her stepdad. He's like a father figure to her. Like, he'll sit there and he's like so like shaky
On
and
edge,
anxious,
yeah.
just because like it takes everything in him to, you know what I mean, have to just sit there. And because he knew Brandon, you know, too, and he would come to our house and it's like, you know, we trusted you with our baby. And for this to happen,
People wear masks, and that's
it really is crazy. And
were-
that's, you know, this really is the scariest part of Bianca's story, is that there was no way to know that this was ever going to happen.
right.
Even like the evidence that they found in like the way he planned it, you know, was so meticulous and so hidden. You know, everyone working on the case said there would have been no way to tell this is what he was planning. And that's the scariest thing. Like, people ask me, well, what would you tell people? You know, what kind of warning would you give people? And I'm like, I got nothing.
There's no warning.
Nothing.
Right? There's no warning. No matter how
There isn't.
you can grill this kid till the cow comes home, and there's no warning, or
isn't.
you just never know.
You just, I kind of like, it's like, I wish there was red flags, because then I would have seen him and like not let her go to a concert with him all the way in Queens.
Evil lies and pretty faces.
It really does. Absolutely. And the person you see in court and the mugshot you see on the internet and everything is not the person that came to my front door.
Right.
He is definitely looks different.
Multiple personalities.
Yeah, well, just in his looks.
Well, I actually, saw his Instagram, like with the hat on and like the shaggy hair,
He looks so
and then
much
you see his mug
younger,
picture and you're
now
like,
his,
whoa.
His mugshot, and even like in court, he looks so much older.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he just looked like the kid next door. You know, kind of like goofy emo,
Right.
kind of nerdy, but definitely not the person you see now. Yeah,
I'm so sorry, Kim.
thank you.
But you can use this story to influence others.
Yeah,
And help people, and obviously that's what you're doing now, and hopefully you do this for years and years to come. You can be an influence to so many.
Yeah,
so
we
many.
plan to.
Yes,
We're doing it for Bianca. So
and you have a great spirit about you. I mean, with everything that you went through, you're still here on that microphone talking about it.
yeah, I don't know how I'm doing it. I think
'Cause you got balls.
It's Bianca. yeah.
You do.
I think I got Bianca behind me.
You definitely do, 100%.
Pushing you forward.
I hate to tell you this, but when we first started, that curtain started to move for. So she's with us right now.
Yeah,
I
so
just got
okay,
the chills
one
again.
person.
No,
No,
I'm telling
listen,
you,
let
that
me
curtain
tell
was
you.
moving when we
one
first started this
person
podcast.
that
She
was
is
definitely going to be here messing with us is Bianca. Like that's just her personality. The craziest things happen all the time. So yeah.
We have mediums coming in and out of here. all
Really?
the time, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm big into that. Too.
Yeah, me
I actually
too.
like to have you talk to one of my guys.
I would love to.
Would you?
Yeah.
So you'd be open to talk to another
Absolutely,
medium?
yeah. Yes, my Amy tells me all the time, like she's like, you need to find someone else to like read you because
I have a great guy for
Do you really? Okay, I would
and,
love
and he's
to.
all about love.
Because she wants me to like compare the readings.
Yeah.
Bianca comes through like real. Bianca loves her daughter. Her daughter's a lot like Bianca. You love her.
Oh, cool.
And she like hangs out with them just to hang out with them. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. But yeah, I'd love to like compare the readings.
Yeah, I'm gonna hook you up with Daniel.
Yeah.
He's a great. You'll love him.
I would love
And he's all
to.
about love. Like,
Yeah.
he's more about connecting you to the higher being than about.
That's what she does. Yep.
Than about like telling you. He's not like a fortune teller or any of that.
Right. Yeah.
It's more of like
Yep.
trying to communicate and connecting you more to love and the higher being. Like
Right.
every time I talk to him, I walk out of there like,
Yeah, that's what Amy is too.
It's
Like
such
she
a great
does this
feeling.
because she like wants to help people. Do you know what I mean? She wants you to connect and like, get that peace from being able to speak to your loved ones that have passed. And yeah, Bianca's definitely stays connected. Lets people know she's there
does she leave you little signs every day?
every day.
Every day.
Yeah. Yep. For me and her sister. Her sister has a little harder time. She's like really skeptical, but she's coming around.
Well, she's still young, right?
Yeah.
She's 16, you said?
16,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, her whole family, Bianca, like gives everyone kind of like makes her presence known in like different ways.
Uh-huh.
Yes, she definitely.
It was funny.
I'll get a call from my brother all the time with like different little things.
Right.
She does. And yeah,
So physically, she's not here, but she's always with you spiritually.
she definitely is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's your guidance. She's your
She
spirit
is.
guide.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I can hear in my head like certain things she'll like want me to do or,
Us as humans are all tapped in some way, shape, or form. It's just
Yeah.
finding how you are
Yeah.
tapped in.
Right.
Or even accepting it. That's the first
Yeah,
point. First step right there.
acceptance, for
It's
sure.
acceptance to know that you've got some kind of powers or, you could tap in. I have it too. A
Definitely.
lot of weird shit. Like
Yeah,
signs come in numbers or in faces or how many times you dream about somebody and next day you
Yeah.
see them or a
Yeah.
song comes on the radio that, there's just so many different signs out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just we're all one, we're all universal, we're all energy. And,
Yep.
and we're all tapped into the universe one way, shape,
And even
or
like
form.
the kids are the best. She's got a little sister that's 2.5, Bianca's little sister, and she'll just like randomly talk to like a wall or like go, ooh, I mean, like the way she would like greet Bianca and stuff. Or she'll say BB, and like you just know because they always say like kids can feel and see things.
feel and see,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because they're so unjaded. Like they
Yeah.
don't know to not accept it.
Right.
So yeah, she's definitely always around her little sister.
Animals too.
Yeah.
Animals dogs.
Oh yeah, the cats do like some weird things.
Do they?
Cats, yeah,
Just out of nowhere.
out of nowhere.
That was something too. I remember. I feel like every time when I saw Bianca, there was like another cat.
My kids have a habit of like brain cat.
Oh, she's bringing strays home.
Yeah, they both do.
Like every time there was a new cat, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, loved cats. Yeah, so yeah, and her cat, like, if I'm ever having a hard time, like her cat knows to like come and he'll like come sit on my lap and purr, and it's like I think she's sending her cat to me. Yeah.
Wow. I gotta admit, I was a little nervous having you guys come in here at first, and it's just, but now this is great. I feel like
Yeah.
this is good. This is supposed to happen. We were supposed to
Yeah.
have this conversation, and you need to tell your story.
Yeah, I feel like
You
Bianca
do.
wants me to. Like
You do.
I even in the beginning I could hear her like in my head, like, Mom, you need to get these people straight. Like, you need to tell my truth. There's so many like rumors and like crazy stuff going about her on the internet, and I could just hear her like screaming at me to like, tell my story, tell the truth, set them straight.
Yep.
Yeah.
The rumors are for people that are not thinking, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
it's
some people don't
ignorance.
even know her.
It's ignorance.
And
And
that's the
ignorance
thing,
meaning
yeah.
not having any information.
Bianca was 17, but she was like a little too
Definitely,
open
yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
with me. Like, I was
Old
like, I think
soul.
sometimes she forgot that I was her mother. But it was like a good thing, you know. Obviously,
you had her at a
she
young
told me.
age,
I
right?
did.
How old
did.
were you when you
I
had her?
was 3 weeks shy of 18.
Wow. Okay.
So like, yeah, we grew up together.
Yep.
But yeah, we were so close. I mean, Bianca had a connection that was just like something. I don't know. It was definitely like
Soulmates.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's
you
such a
now.
good way to put it. Yeah, you know, we could like feel each other's energy, and you know, she didn't have to tell me. I mean, she was a teenager; she wasn't gonna tell me everything, but I knew when like something was wrong. And,
Right. You could just
You know,
feel the
we
vibe.
could always, yeah, like we'd be in public and like we didn't have to talk, like we'd know.
Finish each other's
And
sentences.
yes, absolutely. Yep,
And she's your spirit guide.
she is.
She's
She
guiding you
is.
through life right now and,
Yep,
and
she'll
through
continue to.
forever.
Yep,
Forever.
That's what she always tells me. I'm here. I'm not leaving.
You're never going to get over it, but the healing process comes with time, of
Right.
course. And obviously, like I said, you're not going to get over it, but you know, you just move along on your day and just be an influence to others.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
really feel like that's your path right
That's my path.
It
Yeah,
is.
that's what Bianca would want. I think. Yeah, sometimes I think she was just too good for this world, but she's still gonna guide me and, you know, help me do what she wanted to, things that she wanted to accomplish. We're still gonna keep moving on for her.
now. The man upstairs always has a plan for us.
Yeah.
He does.
Yep.
He does. Has it brought you closer to your spirituality too? Like, were you a religious person before?
Yeah, I mean, I was raised Catholic, went to Catholic schools. I don't know. I kind of struggle with it. I think, like, you know, why would you let this happen to my baby?
Right.
So I'm still like in that space now, where I'm just struggling with why her? Why would you? You know, my biggest struggle is like if she just got out of that car, she knew she could have called me,
Yeah.
and I would have been there. You know, it was just right 10 minutes from my house. You know, so yeah, I'm struggling with that. Like,
Of course.
why couldn't have my daughter had a miracle where like she just somehow got out of that car? And because Bianca was not the type of person to like put up with
Be passive,
anyone's
yeah.
shit like at all. I don't know if I can say that.
Oh, yeah. You could.
Okay. She like, yeah, like they had like this little petty argument, and you know, I don't know why she didn't get, like, why did you not get out of the car and like call me? Yeah, she would not have put up with that.
Can't focus on that though, sweetie.
Yeah.
You know, you can't.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. It's in the past.
Nope. It just,
You know.
yeah. But
But again, you can use all this to influence so many because you know the bully issue is a huge problem.
okay, so that's a huge problem, the social media aspect of that. So she yeah, her stepfather, like he's the one that's gotten the brunt of like the picture sent to him. People are like still sending on her birthday. They sent like her death photo with a birthday hat on her to him. And
I
it's
hate
just-
people. Like, why would you do that? Like, what would possess you?
Yeah.
What's going on in
They
your
would
head
just
thinking that's such a
constantly
great
send
idea?
that picture,
Or
like, look at your daughter.
to be
and-
malicious like that.
Yeah.
That's why I hate people so much.
Yeah,
like
it's,
that for
like,
that reason
so
right there.
ugly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The pictures have definitely stopped. I mean, not stopped. They've slowed down. He hasn't gotten one in a while.
Karma's gonna come back on them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Like maybe like a few weeks ago, someone wrote Olivia on Instagram, and I actually found it on her Instagram because it was logged into my phone. That was like, oh, look what your stepdad is posting about you on the internet, and like tried to make it like he was being like a creep and like posting stuff. And then if you clicked the link, it was a link to one of Bianca's photos. And it's just like, why do you have so much time on your hands that
Right.
you want to just be this ugly?
Right. Don't you have
know,
anything?
do
else to
something
do?
positive with your life.
Exactly. Thank you.
You know?
Thank you.
You know, if I give all people like can get up every day and do something positive, I
Exactly.
feel like, you know, you can too.
gotta go.
Instead of being so ugly.
Back to being an influence on people.
Yeah.
Like, look at you. You could be sitting in bed right now.
Yeah.
You know, but you're not. You're out here telling your story. And that's the other thing that pisses me off with these people. It's like, turn that all that negative energy. You
Yeah,
can turn
why
that
do you have
into
so much
something
hate that
positive.
you have
Why?
to do this to people you don't know?
Such a rampant problem in this country. Hate.
Mm-hmm.
We're divided. Everything's hate. My way or no way.
Yeah.
It's like, stop. Compromise. There's love. Let's spread love, people.
You
That's
have
what I
no
want to
reason
preach
to-
around here. Spread love, not hate.
Yeah, and
It's
what's
so much
wrong-
easier to love than to hate.
It is. And
Hate takes too much energy.
It does.
Yes.
And it makes you feel horrible.
Right.
Like, don't you feel better doing something nice for someone than, sending them these awful photos of their loved one?
Right.
What possesses people to
Well, I remember at Bianca's vigil, your father like stood up and everyone was chanting like "love, not violence,"
Yeah.
and that was like a pretty,
Band is just calling me out. He's saying the same energy. We're all connected. That's why I love people. 5 minutes later, yeah, that's why I hate people. It's true though, because the ones that are spreading love are the ones that I love, but the ones that are spreading hate, it's like, why? Why are
Yeah,
you spreading
why?
hate? I mean, I love the haters. You have to love the haters,
Right.
But even though they don't like the love,
Right. Yeah.
But at the same time, yes, you're right, Dave. It's a double-edged sword.
It is.
Because there's so much hate in the world.
Yeah. Like the whole social media thing. Like, there's so much good that can happen. You know what I mean? Like I said, in 2012, we found the best doctors in the world through social media for my niece and saved her life. And then years later, we see like this horrible, ugly side of it where, people are posting pictures. Who does that? Like, why would you see a picture like that and want to share it?
yeah.
That's all I kept saying, like, that whole, like, few weeks that it was kept getting shared the most.
Yeah.
It's like, if I haven't seen the picture, but, like, everyone else in my family has. And, I don't ever want to see it.
No, right.
No, but, from what has been described to me, if I saw a picture like that, I would not want to be sharing it with people.
Right.
I'm not going to, like, be in front, like, oh, hey, look at this.
Right.
Like, it's,
Yeah, that happened to one of my friends.
Oh.
She was at work and someone was just like, "Did you see this?" And I'm like, "Did you punch them in the face?" Because
it happened to one of Bianca's friends, actually. He's a family friend that grew up with Bianca's, known her since birth. And he's 13 in 8th grade, and he was at, like, middle school for some summer tutoring thing. And the kids were all, like, passing it around. And he was like, "Oh, what are you looking at on your phone?" And then he has to see this horrible picture of, like, someone he saw as a cousin and looked up to. Why are these kids passing it around? Like, what's wrong with you?
That's a picture they could probably never shake out of their brain.
Yeah. Yep. One of Bianca's really good friends from elementary school. The way she found out about Bianca's death was through the picture. She was sitting on the beach on vacation this summer, and someone messaged her the picture, and that's how she found out her friend from elementary school died. It's just awful.
Social media.
This social media, like, they really need to get control of, and they can. That's the sick thing, is like, there is the technology to control this, but they're making money off of it. They made money off of my daughter's photos.
And
They're denying it. They'll deny it, but
Who's they? It's Facebook?
Facebook,
Okay.
Instagram, yeah,
It's something you brought up to them
yeah, absolutely,
through legal stuff?
absolutely.
Yeah. Is that something you can sue them for? Or?
It's hard to sue Facebook.
Is it?
It is. We're working with Congressman Brindisi to enact laws and force them to control what is allowed on their platforms, because there is ways to control it. There are ways. They just have to spend the money and invest in it. That's basically what it comes down to.
There's filter systems too, aren't there?
There's filter systems. They just don't have a reason to put better filters in place. So it's sick, but it's what generates clicks.
Yeah, exactly. And clicks equal cash. Money.
Yep.
And it's unfortunate. Facebook has just gone rampant.
It is.
Yeah. And they need to put some regulations on it.
Right.
They really do, especially with incidences like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I got so much respect for you, Kim.
Thank you.
I really do. And please, would you please come back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I think we need to have more open conversations like this. And if you have any kind of event going on, or if you're raising more money for your scholarship, all of that, please use my platform.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please.
Thank you.
Mention Saturday. You got Saturday going on, the Gala for Bee?
Yep. So the Bee Gala.
Oh, the Bee Gala. Sorry.
Yeah, no, the Gala for Bee. Bee Gala. I mean, just be there. But yeah, so Saturday, 6 to 9, raffles, music, fashion shows and just like a really beautiful pink tie affair in her honor.
And the address?
901 Broad Street.
901.
Yeah, it's a little like tricky to find. So if you get a ticket in advance, it will be sent to you in detail on how to get there. But it's pretty much, it's right behind DEA Building Supplies.
Okay.
So, which makes it easier to find. But in like the intersection of like Jefferson and Broad is where the entrance is. So it's really not hard to find once you get there. Plus we'll have some like pink outside the door, so you'll be able to find it.
Right on. So make sure you go out and support this. It's $45 to get in, and all the proceeds go to the scholarship fund. And you're going to be doing more fundraising for the scholarship fund in years and months to come. So please keep me in the loop on that. And I think it's great that you're keeping Bianca's memory alive and telling her story and telling your story as well. My condolences. I mean, this is, like I said earlier, I was nervous having this podcast with you, but we got sitting down and talking, and then now I'm all comfortable. And
I love to talk about her. Oh, she was so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to hook you up on my Medium, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to.
Daniel John, if you're watching, call me, because he watches a lot.
Yeah.
And we've done a lot of
He
work
comes
with
through
him.
so
I was going to say, I'm like, she might be with him now.
He's in Geneva. So he's in Geneva, New York. But yes, I want to definitely hook you up with that. And is there, if somebody wants to donate, can't make the fundraiser, how can they donate?
So they can go to pinkforbianca.eventbrite.com and there's a donation section, or they can go straight to the Bianca Michelle Devins Memorial Scholarship Fund, which I mean, even if you can just like
so that's
Google it.
If you like Google it, it'll bring
it.
The
link is in the Facebook event page.
So that link will be up even after the Bee Gala.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's if you just Google Bianca Devins Memorial Scholarship Fund, it'll bring you to the Community Foundation's page for her.
Thank you, Dave. Dave's saying this is a very nice episode, people. So thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody out there in Facebook land, if you could do us a favor and click the share button and help spread the word. And this will be on Apple Podcasts and Google and Spotify and Stitcher and pretty much everywhere you hear podcasts. So if you could spread the word of the Bee Gala and Kim's story, please do. And this is something that really we need to nip this in the bud, is the mental health issue in society, and the bullying and the domestic violence. And these are three situations that need to be
absolutely
eradicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so much, ladies, for coming in. May, it was great to see you.
I know, you too.
We didn't even get to tell you 21 stories.
That's for a whole other day.
We won't even go there. But thank you again so much for coming in. And much love to Utica Hemp, EJA Moving Services, Utica Coffee, and Saranac for help sponsoring this podcast. And tomorrow I'll be over at the Oak Ridge Boys. Yeah, the Oak Ridge Boys are playing at the Stanley Theater tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah. Dave, thank you so much. Dave actually posted the link for the scholarship fund and everything.
Perfect.
So if people could click right here on the link.
Even if you Google the Bee Gala, it's 2 B's, B-E-E, because that's how she spelled her nickname. So if you even just Google the Bee Gala, it's the first thing that pops up.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Very, very good. And again, please use my platform for future events and stuff like that. We're going to be friends.
Yeah,
Can we be friends?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love that, actually. I need more friends. I need new friends, actually. Thank you so much for coming in, and we'll see you really soon. It's EC Radio. Later.
What's good, people? It's your old pal Z, and this is your creative concert calendar. These are the shows you should be checking out in the next couple of weeks. Tuesday, February 11th, Allman Brothers Family comes to the Westcott Theater. Allman Betts Band. It's going to be awesome. You must check this out. 'Cause sometimes I feel like I've been tied to the whipping post. Allman Betts comes to the Westcott Theater. Allman Brothers Family. Oh, it's an awesome show. You must see this. February 11th, the Westcott Theater. Allman Betts always putting on a great show. Friday, February 21st, Boyd Tinsley from the Dave Matthews Band. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Coming to the Westcott Theater. Dave's gonna be at the Westcott. Boyd Tinsley, February 21st, Westcott Theater. Friday, February 28th, the Everyone Orchestra, conducted by Matt Butler, an incredible improvisational show that you must see. What he does is he's like the gathers up all these great musicians from all over the place. Well, he's gathering up Ryan Montbleu, he's gathering up members from Turquoise, String Cheese Incident, and also members of Government Mule. That's going down at the Westcott Theater, Friday, February 28th for the Everyone Orchestra. The very next night, on the 29th, the leap year day, the legendary Max Creek makes their triumphant return to the Westcott Theater with special guests, the Lightkeepers. Check it out. The legendary Max Creek, been doing it for over 40 years. And then on March 6th, the return of Central New York's favorite Celtic rock band, Enter the Haggis. Little pre-St. Patrick's Day celebration going on at the Westcott Theater. Enter the Haggis always puts on a great show. You can check them out, Westcott Theater, March 6th. For more information, go to westcotttheater.com, or for ticket information, cctix.com. That's cctix.com. It's your old pal Z, and this is your Creative Concert Calendar.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broken everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar, brought to you by the Events Co. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.